With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 4 of 4.
Etc.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Bodhisattvas return to the world by the expedient ways of great compassion and in order to enlighten the beings who are not enlightened, and live together with those beings to make the beings become Buddhas. Please continue watching to hear the wisdom from the Sutra of Complete Enlightenment.
I started researching the realities of the animal industry and got an insight into the unimaginable extent of all the cruelty. I painfully realized that every animal product is associated with so much suffering, pain, agony, and death. Chantel Kaufman, vegan.
Kuzu Zompala, serene viewers. Kuzu Zompala is hello in Dzongkha, the official language of Bhutan. I'm Yankee. The joyful Bhutanese feel gratitude for all the blessings Buddha has bestowed. We are especially thankful for the compassionate vegan diet, which is healthy, loving, and delicious. May everyone join this benevolent lifestyle.
Welcome to selections from the Sutra of Complete Enlightenment, Practice and Realization, Part 1 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. Buddha,
Vegan
or Gautama Buddha, also known as Shakyamuni Buddha, was an extraordinary spiritual master from ancient India. Born as Prince Siddhartha Gautama in the 5th century BC, he would have naturally inherited the vast wealth of a kingdom. However, the prince left the palace life in search of spiritual knowledge. After years of contemplative seeking, the Buddha attained great enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. He then shared the merits of his practice by providing a method for other sentient beings to be freed from the cycle of death and rebirth. The rich treasury of Buddha's spiritual doctrine on universal truths is studied and revered to this day for its profound wisdom and compassion. The Sutra of Complete Enlightenment is a Buddhist scripture most likely composed in China during the start of the 8th century. Its origin is from the Chan and Huayan field of study and practice. It is a very popular and influential sutra within the meditation-oriented Buddhist schools of East Asia, like Chinese Chan, Korean San, and Japanese Zen. A key factor for its popularity is its condensed format that focuses on the most important theoretical issues of the nature of enlightenment. There are 12 chapters and a short convocation in the Sutra of Complete Enlightenment. The convocation section sets out the scene of the sermon and the involvement of key participants. In a deep state of meditative concentration, or samadhi, Buddha and 100,000 great bodhisattvas, with 12 eminent bodhisattvas acting as spokespersons, engage in dialogue with the Buddha on doctrine, practice, and enlightenment. Today, we are delighted to present selections from Chapter 5 from the Sutra of Complete Enlightenment, where Bodhisattva Maitreya asks the Lord Buddha to expound on the method for getting out of the cycle of birth and death. Chapter 5, Maitreya Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva Maitreya asks the Lord Buddha, Buddha, if there are bodhisattvas and the beings in the era that Buddhism is going to extinguish who want to travel Buddha's great sea of nirvana, then what should they do to cut off the source of the cycle of birth and death? The Lord Buddha replies, Good man, if the being in the era that Buddhism is going to extinguish can abandon all desires, remove dislike and like, cut off the cycle of birth and death, and diligently seek the state of Buddha's complete enlightenment, then they will be enlightened with their pure and clear mind. Lord Buddha continued, All beings generate ignorance due to desires, and then there are 5 kinds of differences among the beings. There are different levels because of 2 kinds of obstacles. What are the 2 obstacles? One is the obstacle of realizing, which obscures correct views. The other is the obstacle of practicing, which makes our birth and death continue. Bodhisattva Maitreya then asked, What are the 5 kinds of differences? And so Lord Buddha answered, Good man, if for beings 2 kinds of obstacles have not been cut off and extinguished, then the beings are named not become Buddhas yet. If there are beings who have abandoned desires forever, have removed the obstacle of practicing, but have not cut off the obstacle of realizing yet, then they can be enlightened to the state of Sravaks or Pratyeka Buddhas, but they cannot manifest and focus on the state of Bodhisattvas. If there are beings in the era that Buddhism is going to extinguish who want to travel the sea of Buddha's great complete enlightenment, then firstly, they should generate the wish of becoming a Buddha and diligently cut off 2 kinds of obstacles. When the 2 kinds of obstacles are subdued, not extinguished yet, they will be enlightened to the state of Bodhisattvas. If both the obstacle of practicing and realizing are cut off and extinguished forever, then they will enter Buddha's wonderful complete enlightenment and completely attain Bodhi and no remained nirvana. The Lord Buddha explained further, all beings can prove complete enlightenment when they meet the people who can instruct them to become Buddhas and practice the way the Buddhas practiced before they become Buddhas. At that time, the practice is divided into sudden enlightening and gradual enlightening. If they meet the correct practicing way of Buddha's highest enlightenment, no matter what capacities they are able to become Buddhas. If there are beings who seek for the people who can instruct them Buddhism, but they meet the people who have wrong views, then they will not attain the correct enlightenment. These beings are named in the category of other doctrines. Sakyamuni Buddha then explains further, Good man, Bodhisattvas return to the world by the expedient ways of great compassion, and in order to enlighten the beings who are not enlightened, they even manifest with various different features, make satisfactory or opposite states, and live together with those beings to make the beings become Buddhas. These bodhisattvas do this by the power of the pure and clear wishes that are generated from long, long ago. If there are beings in the era that Buddhism is going to extinguish who generate the thought of seeking progress in attaining the great complete enlightenment, then they should give rise to Bodhisattva's pure great wish and should say like this, Now I am in Buddha's complete enlightenment and seeking for the people who can instruct the way of enlightenment, and they should practice according to the wish and gradually cut off obstacles. After the obstacles are extinguished, their wishes will be accomplished, and they will enter the pure Dharma palace of relieving and prove the wonderful, dignified state of great complete enlightenment. At that time, the Lord Buddha wanted to preach the doctrine again. Therefore, he said by poem, Bodhisattva Maitreya, you should know, all beings cannot get great relief because of desires, and therefore they fall in the realms of birth and death. If they can cut off dislike, like greed, anger, and ignorance, then all of them can become Buddhas, no matter what kind of difference among their capacities, and then they will extinguish the two kinds of obstacles forever. If there are people who seek for instructors to teach them to attain correct enlightenment, they should be compliant with Bodhisattva's wishes and depend on no remain to nirvana to be their destination. All Bodhisattvas in 10 directions of the universe manifest in the realms of birth and death by their great compassionate wishes. Those who are practicing now and the beings in the era the Buddhism is going to extinguish should diligently cut off all kinds of likes, and then they will be able to return to great complete enlightenment.
For more information, please visit daitangagiik.net.
For love's sake, stop all the killing, stop all the senseless destruction, or God will destroy you.
Gracious viewers, thank you for your company today for Words of Wisdom. Please join us tomorrow for part 2 of this program. Coming up next is Walls of Cultural Significance, right after noteworthy news. May you and your loved ones be forever blessed in divine love.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
برنامه‌های ما شامل زبان‌های بسیاری است. از این وبسایت‌ها دیدن فرمایید: suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/WOW.